Olivia, are you there? Please, I need you to answer me right now. This is really, really serious. I need you to divorce me right this second. Please, you have to. I can't spend another day of my life being married to you.
Andy, are you serious right now? What are you talking about? Why in the world do you want me to divorce you? I don't understand. Did something happen between us?
No, it isn't that at all. This isn't your fault. But the fact is that I've met someone I love more than you. And I want to be with her from now on. But before that can happen, you need to divorce me.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that you're in love with someone else? Are you really serious right now?
Please, there isn't anyone else in the world who makes me as happy as this woman does. And I really, really want to be with her. That's why I'm begging you right now to divorce me. I've already signed my half of the divorce papers, so all that's left is for you to sign yours. And then once you do that, I can finally be with the woman of my dreams.
Now hold on just a minute. I mean, where is any of this even coming from right now? What do you mean you have someone else you want to be with? So you're being serious right now. This isn't just some crush you have or something like that. This is really happening right now.
I'll be honest with you. I've already been going out with this woman for about half a year at this point. So yes, I'd say it's very serious.
Wait, hold up. You've been seeing someone for 6 months behind my back? So you're basically admitting that you've been cheating on me this whole time. I don't understand how you could betray me like this and just come out and say it just like that.
Call it betrayal or call it whatever you want. The fact of the matter is that I love someone else now and nothing is going to change that. Please, you have to understand that she's the only girl I want to be with. Every day that I stay married to you and apart from her is like putting me through the worst torture you can think of.
But, I mean, okay, let's just calm down right now and talk about this more slowly. First of all, are you sure that even if you and I get a divorce, that you'll be even happy with this woman? After all, you don't even work. You're just a house husband. Are you really sure you want to get a divorce while you're unemployed? Is this woman really going to take care of you and pay you like I've been doing for you?
Of course she does. She has a job and has already been paying for anything I ask her to. So please, you have to trust me when I say that I've put a lot of thought into this, and I just really want to end things with you right now. I hate being with you. I hate my life with you. It's so boring and horrible, and you just aren't the woman that I fell in love with. You don't have any of your old charms.
Well, I'm so sorry that I'm not as young or pretty as I used to be, but the fact of the matter is that I am your wife. Besides, you're forgetting that I'm a doctor. Can she really provide for you like I can? I thought we were happy together. I would go out and work and you would take care of the house. I thought that was okay.
Well, now I found someone else who is willing to look after me the way you did, so you don't need to worry about me. Of course, I realize that I'll probably never be able to make as much money as you are. But we don't care about money when we have all the love in the world to make us happy. She's already told me that no matter what happens, even if we're both poor, we'll stick together and make things work between us because we love each other.
Okay, well tell me, does she even know that you're unemployed? Does she know that you don't even have a job? Or are you saying that you just want to marry her because you haven't even shown her who you really are?
Look, you just don't get the love that we have for one another. The reality of the situation is that she loves me for who I am, and nothing is going to change that. And that's why I want to be with her. We were meant to be together. So please, can you just divorce me so that I can go and live with who I'm meant to be with? You have no idea the pain I have to go through every single day from being with you.
Well, fine. If I'm really causing you so much pain in your life, then you can have it your way. I'll just do as you say and divorce you. Are you happy now?
Do you really mean it? You'll actually divorce me?
I think a wife and a husband should be there for one another and be able to support one another. So if you really hate being married to me that much, then I think the best thing for the both of us is to just go on with this divorce.
So then you'll sign the divorce papers and everything? You have no idea how much this means to me. I left them in the drawer inside the kitchen counter. You should see them there. I'll start packing my things right now so that I can move in with my soon-to-be new wife right away.
Whatever you say, Andy. And I just hope that you two have a happy life together.
Hello there. You must be Olivia, right? I just wanted to say thank you so much for handing over Andy to me without a fuss. I really do appreciate it. We actually just got back from the courthouse where we got ourselves legally married.
And I take it that you must be the woman that Andy ended our marriage for. Is that right?
I'm not just any woman now. I'm Andy's wife. Thank you very much. And you better remember that the next time that you talk to me.
Of course, and I'll be sure to say that in the near future. And I suppose a congratulations is in order. I hope you two can be very happy for the rest of your days together.
Wow, Andy was so right about you. He said that you're such a pushover when it comes to stuff like this.
Is that what my ex-husband had to say about me? He said I'm a pushover.
That's right. He said that you actually calmed down when you started to talk about your divorce, and that you just handed him over without a fight. I honestly have never heard of a woman doing such a thing for the man she supposedly loved. I would have thought that anyone who really truly loved their husband would go out kicking and screaming and shouting, not wanting to lose their relationship. It's almost as if you knew that he was going to leave you for a better, younger woman.
Well, I suppose that I just don't see the point in doing that when it isn't going to change anything now, is it? I mean, if I were to cry and throw a fit, would you give Andy back to me?
You mean you would still want him back after all of this time? Wow, I didn't realize that you were still so hung up on him. You really are a weird one, you know that? I don't know how I would react if I had my rich doctor husband stolen away from me. I don't think that I'd be able to live with myself at all. It really is just so sad. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just in shock right now.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, did you just say my rich husband that's a doctor? I'm afraid that I really have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Oh, come on. You don't have to start playing dumb with me. But it's okay. I'll let you live in whatever fantasy world that you want after all of this. After all, an old woman like you never stood a chance against a pretty young girl like me. And it's clear why Andy chose me over you. You're an old, shriveled up lady, while I'm still young and pretty and in college.
Wait 1 minute, you're still in college? Are you serious? Just how old are you?
Are you really that surprised? Didn't Andy tell you anything about me? I suppose I'll have to formally introduce myself then. My name is Mary, and yes, I'm still in college, thank you very much. And if you really must know my age, I'm 20 years old right now.
You mean to tell me that my husband got with a girl that was 20 years old? This whole time, I thought that he was getting with someone at least closer to our age range, but you do realize that the two of you are well over 10 years apart in age, don't you?
You really think that anyone cares about age these days? There are plenty of couples with decades of ages between them.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that. It's just that I'm shocked about all of this. I mean, do you mind if I ask just how in the world did you meet Andy in the first place? Because I can think of where Andy might have gone to meet someone like you.
Well, actually, I'm a medical student right now. Well, pre-med, but still. Anyways, there was an open house at the school, and that's where we met.
So you're a medical student and you ended up with Andy?
That's right. I'm actually one of the top students in my class. You see, ever since I was little, it's always been my dream to become super rich. And so that's why I wanted to become a doctor, so that I can have lots of money. Although I have to say, I'm a little let down by my program. I mean, I really had no idea that I would need to study this hard and take this many tests just to become a stupid doctor. But that's when I had my perfect plan. Instead of becoming a doctor, I should just use my time here at the school to try and marry someone who is already a doctor instead.
Wait, what? Is that really what you want to do with your life? Is that really why you're at college, just to find someone to marry?
Well, of course, if I can meet someone rich to marry me here, well, then I won't even have to finish school. I could just marry a doctor and have all of his money. It's perfect, don't you think? I mean, how can it not be when it's already worked and I'm already married to a doctor now? I can finally drop out and be the housewife that I've always wanted to be.
And that's why you wanted to marry Andy. Do I have everything right?
Well, of course. I was kissing up to all the teachers and visitors who looked like they might have had some money. And in the end, I finally found my rich Dr. Prince Charming, my precious Andy.
Oh, wait a second. Now that you mention it, I remember Andy saying something to me about going to some event at a university.
Well, he was just so nice to me and such a handsome man, too. I really did luck out, you know. I know for a fact that must make at least $1 million a year. And now he's all mine. I suppose you must be pretty upset that I stole your breadwinner away from you, though. But I guess that's just life sometimes, isn't it?
Now that you mention it, Andy has always had a thing for younger girls. Stupid me for thinking that he finally grew out of that phase and that he was actually ready for marriage.
What are you doing? Are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself via text? No wonder he left a batty old woman like you. And it's not like I'm a kid or anything. I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions.
Yeah, you most certainly can, but please don't let me stand in the way of your happiness.
I wasn't planning on letting anything of the sort happen anyways, but I guess I can forgive you this one time. After all, I can't even imagine how it must feel right now to have my rich husband stolen away from me like I did to you. There is really nothing now to worry about, knowing that I'm going to be with my millionaire husband for the rest of my life. I'm so sorry that you'll just have to spend the rest of your life all shriveled up, old, and alone.
Yep, shriveled up and alone. And oh, by the way, you should know that Andy does not have a job.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean he's like taking a break for research or something?
No, I mean, he doesn't have a job at all. But anyways, you don't need to worry about that. I think you guys will be just fine. I can make more than enough money to take care of myself. And now that I don't have Andy anymore, I can finally start enjoying my life.
Now, hold on just 1 second there. What in the world are you talking about right now? Andy isn't unemployed at all. You're not making any sense. You're trying to scare me because you're upset that I'm the winner and you're the loser.
No, that isn't it at all. In fact, Andy lied to you and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, to think that he would go after someone so much more younger than him, though. The truth of the matter is that Andy has always been a house husband, and he didn't have a job when he divorced. But I'm only telling you the truth because, well, I knew you'd find out sooner or later.
Okay, hold on right now. This can't be right. You're telling me that Andy was just an unemployed stay-at-home husband before we got married? This doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, like I said, I'm only being honest with you right now.
But this can't be right. You've got to be lying to me. Surely he's just in between jobs at a really nice hospital, right? I mean, he's probably just tired from how stressful being a brain surgeon is.
Brain surgeon? Is that what he told you what he was? Oh, my poor child. No. I'm afraid that Andy hasn't had a job for a long time. Probably for the last 5 years, at least. Andy couldn't even hold down a part-time job, let alone have the skills to be a surgeon. He barely cleans up after himself. And that's why he married me. You see, I'm the doctor, not him. And it took years to get him to finally clean up around the house while I was at work.
So then, you're telling me the truth. Andy really isn't a doctor at all. And he's just a house husband who barely does anything without being asked first? No. You're lying. You've got to be lying to me right now. He is a doctor. He just has to be one.
I'm telling you, he isn't even close to being a doctor. He did work for a while before we were married, but that ended not long after we did.
No, this can't be right. You're lying to me. You're trying to upset me. Why would he be at my school if he wasn't a doctor? I mean, I talked to him about my classes and he listened and understood what I was saying. And he got all excited when I told him about my medical classes too.
You know, Andy did actually want to be a doctor. He actually took the pre-med track, but he kept failing all of his exams, and eventually he gave that up and just looked for a regular 9-to-5 job.
You're kidding me. So that's how he knew what I was talking about?
And he was probably at your school because he would go there with me every now and then as my +1. So I guess it would make sense why he would zero in on you to try and marry.
But the only reason I wanted to be with Andy in the first place is because he told me that he was a doctor. But you're telling me that he's just some med school dropout? No graduation date for him or nothing?
I am honestly just surprised that he was able to convince anyone, especially a medical student, that he was a doctor. Either he's a much better liar than I thought, or you're just a very, very bad judge of character.
So you mean to tell me this entire time, our relationship with each other has just been one big lie?
Oh, well, it might take some time and money, but you can always divorce Andy and go back to your studies.
I can't do that! I already submitted my letter of resignation from the school! I was going to be a housewife! I was ready to quit everything! Didn't want to study any longer! My program director already sent me an email confirming that she got the letter too!
Oh, I see. Well, it sounds to me like you might have to discuss that with your school, not me. Either way, it sounds like you've got a lot of problems on your plate, and seeing how this no longer concerns me, I'm going to take my leave now. Have a nice life. After that, I got some really angry texts from Andy asking why his brand new bride-to-be was demanding a divorce from him and threatening to sue him for fraud. And I told Andy if he really wanted the answers to those questions, that he should go look in the mirror. I reached out to some of my colleagues at the university where Mary was going to ask for a follow-up about what happened to her, and apparently she did end up suing Andy for fraud and was able to convince the school to let her back in, despite already submitting her resignation letter. I decided to discuss things with the head of the medical school and show them the text from Mary about how she was only there to not really become a doctor, but to marry a doctor and drop out as soon as she can become a wife. And because of that, she was barred from re-entering the pre-med program and was forced to start her new college career with a new major somewhere else. I don't know what career she's going to choose next, and if she's even going to go through with it. I don't know, maybe she can take some classes on critical thinking or communication to avoid being lied to again like that. As for me, having that dead weight that was Andy finally cut off from me, I was free to travel around and do all kinds of things that I always wanted to do, but I couldn't because Andy refused to. And I really have no idea how he convinced me or anyone that he was a doctor. But that sounds like a question for a psychologist, not me.
Wow, the time really has flown by, hasn't it? It's just 1 week until you quit the company, and then the very next day you're getting married. You must be super excited. I sure am. The best part is that I have 5 days of paid time off left that I didn't use, so tomorrow's my real last day, and I'll get paid for doing nothing all next week. I'm really going to miss working with you, Mia. Your bright and chipper attitude made working here way more fun. We'll say our proper goodbyes tomorrow, though. Actually, about that, sorry, Clara, but I'm not going to be able to say goodbye to you tomorrow. Oh no, what's going on? Are you feeling sick or something? No, I've never felt better. I'm not going to see you tomorrow because I'm quitting the company today. Whoa, really? You're quitting today? Yeah, and I am super duper sorry I won't get to work with you on your last day, but, you know, sometimes life happens. Yeah, for sure. But I have to say I'm a bit surprised that you would resign on such short notice. What did the manager say when you told him? He was really surprised. I bet he was. But it's not like he can be like, "Nah, I'm not letting you quit." So yeah, he didn't seem too happy about it, but he accepted my resignation in the end. Wow. Well, can I ask you why you decided to do this? Like I said, you don't seem the type to just quit on a whim. Is everything okay? I already told you, Clara, I've never been better. The reason I'm quitting is, drumroll please, I'm getting married. Wow. Oh, that's even more shocking than finding out you quit today. Well, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I wasn't aware that you were seeing anyone. Actually, wait, didn't you tell me just a few weeks ago that you were single and not looking for a relationship right now? I did, yeah, but that was a lie. It was? I don't really feel like airing out all my personal business at work, you know. I just tell people that because it gets them off my back about personal stuff. But anyway, I've been seeing a super nice guy for about 6 months now. Well, I guess that's fair enough. Well, now that the cat's out of the bag, tell me about him. What's his name? What's he like? Where to start? He's about 6 feet tall. He owns his own house. He has a pretty good income. And he's your fiance, Ken. Wait, what? Yeah, I was surprised when he proposed to me, too. Like, he was already engaged to you, and then he all of a sudden gets down on one knee and pops the question to me? I couldn't believe it. Well, actually, I can. That just shows how much I mean to him. He said he wants to ditch you and marry me instead. Hold on, back up just a second, Mia. This is an awful lot to take in. This isn't some kind of a prank, is it? You've really been seeing my fiancé for 6 months, and he proposed to you? This is hilarious. You're always so calm, cool, and collected on the job, so seeing you in a massive panic like this is the funniest thing ever. Yes, Clara, it's all true. I, your dear, sweet little colleague, have stolen your precious fiancé from you. No way. So yeah, I'd say you're gonna want to change your plans about quitting your job next week. Oh, don't worry though. I went ahead and told the manager that you won't be quitting after all. I just saved you from a super awkward conversation. I also took the liberty of unpacking all the things from your desk that you put in that box in your locker. Aren't I generous? No, this can't be happening. Oh, but it is happening, sweetie. I so wish I could be there to see the look on your face when you have to tell all the losers in the office that your fiance dumped you. Have someone take a picture for me, will you? One more thing, I had a lot of work that was due by the end of this week. But since I'm quitting, you'll have to be the one to take care of it all. You can't dump your work on me like that. Sure I can. You're the one who assigned all that paperwork to me in the first place. I have been so busy lately that I just haven't been able to make any progress on it at all. Sorry about that. Are you kidding? I asked you to do that stuff a month ago. What have you been doing all this time? Hanging out with Ken. Would you like me to be more specific than that? No, it's more than enough information already. I'll bet you were so excited to finally get married at your age. Huh? There's absolutely no reason an old, ugly woman like you should be getting married before a young and beautiful woman like me. You deserved to have Ken stolen from you. Is that really what this is about? You just slept with my fiancé because you were jealous of me? I'll bet you don't even really like him. First, I have never been jealous of you. I'm younger than you, hotter than you, and smarter than you. How else would I have gotten with Ken so easily? Second, I actually do like him. He has money, a promising career, and he's not a bad-looking guy either. You don't deserve a guy like him, but I do.
Well, isn't this a blast from the past? I never expected to see your face again, much less in a place like this. I figured that me kicking you to the curb would have been the thing that sent your life into a downward spiral, but it looks like you're not doing too bad after all.
Ken? It's been a year since we last spoke. Why do you even have my number? And also, what are you talking about? Where are you right now?
I'm at the same church that you are. I saw you walking into the building as I was pulling into the parking lot. Looks like we both got invited to the same wedding. What a coincidence, huh?
Wait, you were invited too?
I guess you're a guest of the bride then? That's crazy to think my frumpy ex-fiancé was friends with the wife of my company's CEO. It's a small world, isn't it?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you work for the groom's company?
That's right, Travis is my boss. It wasn't his company originally, though. My company actually merged with his company a while back.
Really? I never heard anything about that.
And why would a nobody like you be privy to such important business matters? Anyway, like I was saying, Travis was really good friends with the former president of my company. Our companies did so much business together that when our president was set to retire, he suggested the two companies merge and form one industrial giant. It took a while to make it through all the red tape, but the government finally approved the merger about a year ago. Travis really is a great guy. He allowed all the employees from our company to keep doing exactly the same thing for the same salary.
About a year ago? Huh, that's right around the time we broke up. Well, seeing as though it wasn't really my choice, it would be more accurate to say that you broke up with me. But that doesn't answer the question of why you're here. You're just some random mid-level employee. Why would you get an invite to the CEO's wedding?
Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm not just some random mid-level employee. I'm an exceptional mid-level employee. Travis saw my potential even back before we merged, and he's putting me on the fast track to career advancement.
Seriously?
Have you forgotten how awesome I am in the year since I dumped you? Or are you just pretending to have forgotten? I was putting up the best numbers in my company by a long shot. Our customers love me, our suppliers love me, the janitorial staff loves me, everybody loves me.
Everybody?
Okay, everybody except you, but unlike you, Travis has eyes for talent, and he knew that I was the one he wanted to lead the team after the merger. And he doesn't just respect me as a colleague, he actually likes me as a person. We go out for lunch together all the time.
I cannot believe this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Again, why are you talking like you're in a position to know about Travis's business matters? You're just in the same book club as the bride or something. I've worked more than hard enough to earn a seat at this wedding. He even wants me to sit in the front row behind where his parents are sitting during the ceremony.
Wow, okay, that's something. I had no idea that you and Travis knew each other, much less that you were actually this friendly.
I can't take all the credit, though. Mia is the one who gave me the push I needed to really get my career in gear. Ever since we got married, my numbers have been going up and up and up. I guess it's true what they say, that behind every great man is a great woman. I'm so glad I decided to kick you to the curb and marry Mia instead. If I had actually gone through with marrying you, who knows what kind of hellscape I'd be living in right now.
Well, I'm very happy to hear your personal and professional life are going so well, Ken. I have to admit, I figured that you and Mia would break up within a few months after you dumped me. No honor amongst thieves, as the saying goes. If you're willing to cheat once, chances are you'll be willing to do it again. So really, hearing that you're still apparently happily married is a pretty big shock to me.
Uh-oh, is that jealousy I detect? That's right, Clara. Mia and I are still just as madly in love as we've ever been. You might not want to look over at where we're sitting during the ceremony. We're pretty big into PDAs, if you know what I mean. I'm sure that's not something you want to see.
Oh no, please tell me you're joking. Mia was invited today too?
Yep, and it's not just because we were allowed to bring a +1 along either. Travis specifically told us that he wanted us both to come to the wedding. He likes Mia just as much as he likes me.
This is way too much for me to take in, and on today of all days. Now you're telling me that Travis is friendly with both of you?
Seriously, Clara, why do you even care? It's not like you're the one marrying Travis. But yeah, if you must know, there was a 1-year anniversary party for our company's merger a few weeks back. All the employees and their families were invited, they had it catered, there was live music playing, it was a pretty big party. When I introduced Mia to Travis, he took a liking to her right away. He even said that he wanted to introduce Mia to his wife. He thought the two of them would get along great.
What? Travis thinks his wife would want to be friends with a home-wrecking harpy like her?
Apparently, his wife is something of a homebody. She has just a few close friends, and other than them, she doesn't talk to all that many people. Plus, ever since she quit her last job, he says she doesn't really go out much at all. I guess she had a really hard time with one of her old co-workers.
That would be the understatement of the century.
He thinks that being friends with a peppy, chipper girl like Mia would be just the thing to help her break out of her shell a bit.
Yeah, that sounds like something Travis would say.
Oh, you mean you've met him? Did he come to your book club or whatever, too?
Well, we're acquainted at any rate.
Unfortunately for him. Can you imagine how awesome it would be if Mia actually became good friends with his wife? I'm already on my way up as it is. I'll get a seat on the board of directors by the time I'm 40. Mia really is the perfect wife. Not only is she super supportive of me, she's even willing to befriend a loser loner to help me advance my career.
Are you sure you want to be insulting Travis's bride on the day of their wedding?
Hey, I'm not the one who has to be your friend. Mia is.
You seem rather confident that Travis's wife is going to like Mia. Have you taken a moment to think about what the consequences would be if she ended up hating Mia? You could kiss your seat on the board of directors goodbye if that were the case.
Are you kidding me? Who in the entire world could possibly hate a woman as sweet and charming as Mia? Except you! Nah, I'm positive it's gonna go great. Mia's gonna become such good friends with her that she's gonna stop coming to your book club. Oh, I get it. That's why you've been acting so weird. You're afraid that Mia's gonna steal your friend from you. She already stole your fiancé, and now she's gonna steal your friend, too. Well, I'll leave you alone now. Enjoy the wedding today, Clara. This is the closest you're ever gonna get to having a wedding of your own.
Hey there, Clara. It's been way too long, hasn't it? I couldn't believe it when Ken told me you were here. I hadn't seen any ugly, miserable old women yet today, so I had no idea you were even in the building. Don't feel bad. For what it's worth, I had no idea that you were here either, or even coming for that matter. Wow, though this is the last place I ever thought I'd see you again. We have a lot to catch up on. I want to hear all the details of the day after I quit. When you had to go back and tell everyone your marriage was called off. Were you crying? Sorry, Mia, but I really don't feel like talking about that with you right now. This is a wedding, remember? I have way more important things to be thinking about right now than my history with you and Ken. So please, let's be civil and put as much distance between us as possible. I'd almost prefer that we just pretend we never met each other, as difficult as that may be. I agree completely. Today is going to be my best and maybe only chance to become friends with Travis's wife. So I need to be laser focused, and you're nothing but a distraction. I think it's best that you leave. Excuse me? Hey, you said it yourself. We should put as much distance between each other as possible, right? Well, the best way to do that is for you to get the hell out of here. Take a taxi to the airport and get the first ticket available to whatever country is the farthest away from where we are. If I start thinking about how easy it was to steal your boyfriend from you during the ceremony, I might start cracking up in the pews. Just who do you think you are, anyway? You are nothing but a glorified +1 thanks to Ken being friends with Travis for God knows what reason. Where do you get off telling me to leave? What makes you think you have the right to be here in the first place? I have my reasons. You first, though. You tell me why I don't have the right to be here. Ken says that the only reason you're here is because you happen to be in the same book club as Travis's wife. Well, whatever loose connection you once had with her will soon be a thing of the past. Starting today, I am going to be the best friend she could ever ask for. You couldn't even keep your boyfriend away from me, Clara. You don't think your connection to her is stronger than the one you had with Ken, do you? Not to mention, this isn't the type of place where people like you belong anyway. You're gonna have to help me on that one. What do you mean, people like me? This is the wedding for a powerful businessman and his trophy wife. The only people who should be attending are other wealthy, powerful, influential, and beautiful people. And what are you? You're just an ugly old woman who missed her only shot at love. I wouldn't say that. Huh? Wouldn't say what? That I missed my only shot at love? Clearly I had a second shot. Considering this is my wedding. What? So yeah, I'm struggling to understand why you would tell a bride to leave her own wedding. Did you think Travis was just gonna go to the altar and say his vows by himself? Okay, for real now, Clara, have you been drinking today? Do you really expect me to believe that you, one of the ugliest, least marriageable women I know, is marrying Travis, one of the most eligible bachelors in the country? Either you're drunk or you're just telling one of the most ridiculous lies I have ever heard. I've never been much of a drinker, and I'm not lying. I'm the one who's getting married to Travis today. He and I went to the same school all the way from elementary school to high school, and we used to hang out in the same circle of friends. We ran into each other a while back, and he invited me to dinner so we could catch up. He then invited me out again a few weeks later, and before I knew it, he was down on one knee. Yeah, right, as if I'd believe that. It's your choice to believe me or not, it really doesn't matter. You'll find out the truth in just a few minutes regardless. So you can just go and sit in the seats you and Ken were assigned and wait for the ceremony to start. Clara, what is going on? You were telling the truth about marrying Travis? That's insane. I still don't believe it. Really? You mean me walking down the aisle in a white dress and saying my vows with Travis wasn't enough to convince you I'm telling the truth? Like I said, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I know that Travis loves me. Anyway, thanks for coming to our wedding today. What did you think of the food at the reception? I was so shocked from the ceremony that I couldn't eat a single bite. I mean, it was you, but it couldn't be you. But it was. I can't even think straight right now. Like you and Travis were sitting next to each other at the head table and you were constantly smiling at each other and all. I felt like I was having an aneurysm the whole time. Yeah, you definitely had a glazed look in your eyes when Travis and I came over to your table together. I'll bet you don't even remember the conversation we had, so let me remind you, I don't need or want your friendship. I am more than happy with the friends I have. I felt bad disappointing Travis because he apparently thought we would get along really well. But after all that's happened between us, I don't think that there is any way we could possibly be friends. So make sure you treat me accordingly should we ever happen to run into each other again. You are not my friend. You are not my coworker. You are nothing to me. All you are is the wife of one of my husband's employees. What is up with you? You think you're some hot item just because you got married to a rich and powerful businessman? You had no right to do what you did. Huh? What do you mean? Travis didn't have any idea about what happened between us last year, and he didn't need to know either. But you went ahead and spilled the beans to him. Oh, so you were conscious back then. Could have fooled me. I don't see what's so wrong about telling him the truth. I'd say he definitely deserved to know that you slept with Ken while we were engaged and broke up our relationship. He was trying to invite you over for tea. I can't just tell him no without giving an explanation as to why. Sure you can. You might be fine with underhanded dishonesty towards people close to you, but I am not. After you stole Ken from me, I was crushed. I suppose that goes without saying, though. 2 people who I trusted betrayed me in the worst way possible. It was really traumatic for me. For a long time, I had a hard time trusting anyone. Even just talking to people became stressful. And Travis is the one who picked me up when I was at my lowest and gave me the courage I needed to get back on my feet. So yes, he has every right to know that the people who he trusts are actually nothing but a couple of dirty, rotten liars and cheaters. But you knew that Ken works for Travis now, didn't you? Aren't you concerned about what's going to happen to Ken's career now? What if he gets transferred or demoted because of what you did? You could have just said no thank you to having us over for tea, or maybe another time or something, but you told him everything. I could have, yes, but I didn't want to. I wanted to tell him everything. But why would you do that? Seriously, why wouldn't I? Really, what possible reason could I have to lie to my husband in order to protect the 2 of you? If you didn't want people to know what you did, maybe you shouldn't have done it in the first place. You slept with a man who was engaged to your coworker. You knew what the risks were when you did that. But I didn't think anyone would find out, especially not like this. Yeah, and I never thought that my fiancé would cheat on me. Looks like we were both wrong. Anyway, have a nice life, Mia. I'm done with you.
I can't believe you got married to Travis. This must be a dream or a nightmare. Tell me it's not real.
Sorry, not sorry, Ken. It's real. You must have been confused when you saw me wearing normal clothes going into the chapel earlier. Truth is, I kinda overslept today. I had to rush down there without getting changed or even putting on makeup.
And then at the reception you actually told him about me and Mia? Why would you do that? I'll never forget the look on Travis's face when he found out about us. He was just staring at me. It was terrifying.
Yeah, I can explain that. He knew that my previous boyfriend cheated on me and that it caused me a lot of emotional damage. After all, he's the one who helped me work through all that trauma. He always told me that if he ever met the guy who had hurt me so badly, he'd punch him right in the face. So it was a pretty massive shock for him to find out that the guy he needs to punch was none other than his own trusted subordinate.
Oh no, I'm done for. I'm gonna get fired for sure. I thought I was on the fast track to success, but now I'm on the fast track to the unemployment office.
Nah, I don't think you need to worry about him treating you unfairly because of this. Travis is a consummate professional. He never mixes personal matters with business matters. So as long as your performance stays at its current level, then I'd say your career trajectory won't change much at all. Hi, Clara. I just wanted to apologize for everything. It was really, really wrong of me to sleep with Ken while you 2 were together. But hey, everything worked out all right in the end, didn't it? You met a great guy, got married, and now you're living happily ever after. So can we let bygones be bygones and try to get along from now on, please? My oh my, this is quite a change in attitude from you, Mia. Just a few weeks ago, you were calling me an ugly, unmarriageable woman, but now you're on your knees begging for forgiveness? It's not gonna work, Mia. I have no interest in being friends with you, and I never will. Give it up. Oh, come on now, don't let yourself be trapped in the past like this. I heard that you and the other executives' wives are all really friendly with each other. I was wondering if maybe you could introduce me to them too. Really, Mia? Really? Travis told us that you haven't been going out much ever since you broke up with Ken, but now I find that you actually meet with other wives practically every other week. You weren't the only person Travis asked to be my friend. He also set me up with the wives of his colleagues. Unlike you, they're all really nice people who I actually enjoy being around. So we all meet at our house and have tea every once in a while. I want to have tea with you guys too. Can I come? I miss working with you, Clara. I'd love a chance to catch up. You can knock off the act, Mia. You're just a social climber and not even a good one. I learned something very important from you and Ken. I need to be a lot more careful about who I spend my time with. So thanks for that, Mia. I really appreciate it. But no, you're not invited. Just once, okay? Just let me come to one of your parties. Then I'm sure you'll see how much I've changed. It's like I said at the wedding, Mia. Let's put as much distance between each other as possible. So why don't you and Ken head over to the airport and buy the first tickets available to the opposite side of the globe? If you'd like, I'll even pay for you to fly first class. After I turned her down, Mia started going around to all the other executives' wives and begging them for attention. When they all turned her down, she started trying to make friends with the middle managers' wives. And guess what? None of them wanted anything to do with her either. As for Ken, I told him his career would be safe if he kept up his performance. But he couldn't do it. He's been making mistake after mistake ever since our wedding, including some that caused serious financial damage to the company. So a few weeks ago, the company finally decided that it had no choice but to terminate him. He tried suing for wrongful dismissal, claiming that he was only fired because of his history with me. But the company had more than enough hard evidence regarding his poor performance to have it dismissed. Aspen, listen to this. I'm going to be getting married. What? Really? My man decided that I'm the one he wants to be with forever. He told me to my face that he wants to make me his one and only wife. Well, that's such a wonderful thing to hear, isn't it? But, about him, you told me before that your boyfriend, he's currently married, right? And he's chosen me over his own wife to be the one he spends the rest of his life with. I know you've told me plenty of times now that he and I are just playing and nothing serious would ever come of it, but this right here is proof that what we have is the real deal. He and I haven't been playing around at all. Rather, we are the real deal when it comes to couples. I can see that now. I am a bit surprised that he wants you to be his wife now, but that's also great for you, I guess. Hey, how do you really feel right now? How does it feel knowing your husband wants to make me his wife instead of staying with you? When was this ever about my husband and I? Well, I have been the one going out with your husband this whole time. So I'd really like to know what it feels like to have been cheated on by your husband like that. What? How come you know about my husband and how he's been cheating on me? I haven't told anyone about that yet. Did you not just hear what I said? I've been the one going out with him this whole time. What? Huh? Thank you so much, Aspen. You brought me the perfect man to make my husband. And it has really helped that I got the inside details from you on how your relationship has been going. Oh, it's been so much fun for me. And man, you always going on about how I've just been fooling around with the man I've been with. Well, take a look at that. It seems like you've been the only one playing around this whole time. Or should I say, you're the only one that's getting played. Wait a second, Chloe. What is going on here? So you've been the one my husband's been cheating on me with all along? Well, I'm not really helping him cheat on you anymore since he's going to make me his wife now. Must really suck to end up the ex-wife in all of this, huh? Huh? If you really can't believe any of this, then go ask the man himself. But of course, it's not going to matter now what you're told because it's already too late for you. Starting now, I'm on my way to become Drake's next wife. What is going on here, Drake? Have you actually been cheating on me with one of my coworkers? With Chloe? And not only that, but have you told her that you plan to make her your next wife?
That idiot's already gone ahead and told you everything.
What?
Jeez, I told her to keep this all a secret until after we went to the courthouse. What the hell does she think she's doing?
Wait, what the actual heck is going on here? At the courthouse? What?
I'm sure you've already heard from her now about what's been happening between us. Well, it's just like she said, and we are planning on getting married. And if you don't believe me, just know that we're heading to the courthouse to hand in our marriage paperwork today. And of course, while doing that, I'm planning on handing in our divorce papers as well.
Huh? You're going to hand in our divorce papers?
Well, I just thought that if I'm already going to the courthouse for one thing, I might as well kill two birds with one stone, you know?
What the heck are you trying to do here? You're going to hand in divorce papers without even talking to me first? I never said I was okay with a divorce yet. I also remember telling you already that until we both want a divorce, we can't just go handing in the documents.
Oh, shut up. I've been waiting for you to give me the green light this whole time, but you took too long and my destiny is waiting. Why the hell have you taken this long to want a divorce from me when you already know I've been cheating on you? I'm sorry, but I just couldn't wait for the day you tried to drag me down with you, so that's why today is the big day. So there you go. Your plan to take me with you is no more.
The reason I haven't said I'm okay with getting the divorce yet is because of you, though. I told you that I planned on getting a settlement from you and your partner as well, but you would never tell me who she was. So since you were never going to tell me who she was, I was never going to agree with the divorce.
I'm not going to let you get a settlement from her. She doesn't deserve to have her money taken away by you just because she loves me and has been dating me.
Huh?
Anyway, you happen to know who's been going out with me now, so it's over with. And in just a few minutes, I'll be at the courthouse and we'll be divorced. You aren't even my wife to me anymore, so shut the hell up with all your nagging and leave.
I can't anymore. There is no point in me talking with you about this anymore. You're going to be handing in those papers soon anyway, so all that's left for me is to get my money from you.
Huh? Oh, you're going to get money from me now?
Well, of course. If you don't want for Chloe to pay me anything in a settlement, then you're going to have to step in for her and pay yourself. I want both of your guys' settlements, and I want my half of the properties.
Enough playing around. Why the hell do I have to give you any of my money? The reason I cheated was because of you. You're the one at fault here for my cheating on you. So don't expect a freaking penny out of me, you moron.
Did you just say this was all my fault?
I sure did. You're the one that's gotten so old now that you look like one of my aunts. It's your fault for losing your charm and youth. I had to dive overboard and find myself a younger and prettier woman like Chloe. It's your fault that you no longer fit my needs as a wife, and why this divorce is happening. So you have no dang right to be asking me for any money when it should be you paying me.
Don't you frickin' dare start saying some of the most stupid things to me. I might be wrong about this, but aren't you getting just as old as I am? Calling me one of your aunts is like calling you my grandpa, for God's sake. But I would never say any of that because that would hurt your feelings. Yet you're going to blame me now for looking like one of your aunts? Screw you! I said I was going to get treatments done for wrinkles and crap, but you always told me I didn't need any of it. I was going to help myself from looking too old for you, and yet now you're going to act like I was never trying to be a good wife?
And when it comes to our money and properties, I'm getting most of it. You really haven't been making any money while we've been married, and I'm the one with most of the money in our savings.
And the reason you've been making more than me is because you forced me to do everything else in the relationship besides work a dang job. You've been the one making me pay for all the water and electricity with what I've been making. And then to make sure I don't have any other income, you tell me to be home and do all the chores and cooking for you. I am going to get at least half of our things because of that.
Oh, you just keep whining and whining like that until the very end. Just shut the hell up and get your things already. Dang. It's over for you, so get the hell out of my house. This house is meant for Chloe and I to live in now, so get lost.
You're lying, right? You plan to even take the house from me?
Of course I do, you idiot. This is the house I had built, after all, so it's mine. So my ex needs to get off of my property now before I have the cops called.
Aspen, thank you so much for today. I know it was a bit sudden of me to ask to resign from my position at work because I'm going to be getting married, but it was so nice seeing everyone celebrating me getting married. And most of all, it was great to see you there celebrating me. I wasn't celebrating you, though, while I was at that party. I couldn't be asked to tell the boss that I'd be leaving work early to skip the party, so I just sat there and waited for it to be over with. Well, I know you are very serious about your work and all that, so parties aren't really your style. But thank you for never telling anyone the truth about what happened between us. I really had this hunch that you'd spill the beans. I guess you're a nicer person than I thought. I don't think I'm that nice. It's just that me telling everyone the truth about how you stole my husband from me wouldn't really fix anything. If anything, it would just make everyone at work feel sorry for me, and I wouldn't want that pressure. So in the end, I chose to just not say anything at all and let you have your fun. I'm really glad to see you're not that much of an idiot then. It's really helped me out a ton. Also, it looks like you got out of Drake's house a lot quicker than I thought you would. I have so many things to thank you for, Aspen. Huh? Did you just say that I left the house? Oh, haven't all your things been moved out of that house now? That's what I heard from Drake. Because of that, starting this weekend, I'll be able to move into that massive house with my new husband and live my dream. I'll have you know that I have no plans of giving up that house. You guys have both chosen not to pay a settlement to me, so what makes you think I'd let you both have the house? Huh? Stop acting like you have anything left underneath you when you're the ex-wife now. I know you once got to call that massive house your own, but it's not yours anymore. I've seen the inside of that place. All of the marbled flooring and the granite countertops. I can tell why you wouldn't want to give a place like that up that easily, but come on, it's not your house. It's Drake's, and with him and his $200,000 a year salary, I'm going to make myself his perfect wife. So give it up already, because neither of us are going to let your sorry butt live in his house. I think a loser like you would do much better in some old rundown apartment somewhere on the east side of town. Excuse me? I think it's becoming time that you started to understand who you really are. A woman your age that's been thrown away by her husband would do best living in some sort of mental ward from now on. I'm about to start living with my rich husband in that massive house of his, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. That happens to be my mom's house, all right? What? So would you quit it with that stupid idea you have in your head saying that you can move in? There's no way in hell I'm going to have to leave my mom's house. The only reason I had most of my things moved out of there is because I sold most of it. I don't want any of my furniture or appliances that would remind me of my idiot husband. What is all of this about? Are you trying to say that the house, that very large and beautiful home, is your mom's house? No way that's the case. That place is my husband's. How the hell could that place possibly be your mom's house? Well, that place has always been her house. If you're trying to ask when it became hers, I think you should be asking when did it become Drake's? Ever since that house was built, it had my mom's name on it. Huh? What did you say? Well, I'm sure that you were never told anything about this. To be honest, I'm sure even Drake has forgotten about this one very important detail. Wait, what are you talking about? Explain to me right now what all of that means. That wonderful house was built by Drake, right? And from what he's told me, the loan has been paid off on the entire place already. So how the hell did the place ever end up falling under your mom's name? Actually, when we had planned on having that house built, we found out that we couldn't get a loan from the bank that would afford the place. What? Drake does happen to make some good money, but he's also really bad at managing that money. At the time, he had just bought himself a brand new sports car, so there was no way he'd be able to get himself another loan. So we couldn't get anything from the bank that would help us out. Is that right? So, as a last-ditch effort, I had my mom be the one to take out the loan for us. I myself had only just found myself a job after getting married, so I didn't have the history to get the loan. And there was no way we could ask Drake's parents for help because his pride is too dang big for his own good. So I had no choice but to go to my mom and ask her with all my heart to help us get that loan. And because of her, you guys were able to get a loan allowing you both to have the house built? after a few trips to the bank pleading our hearts out for the loan. But when they finally told all of us she could get the loan, they made sure that she was the one to put her name on the house as it was being built. That's why that house is still my mom's. But you guys should be done paying off the loan by now, right? That's what Drake told me. He told me that he finished paying his part of the loan. So your mom shouldn't have her name on the house anymore, right? And that's right. We had told him already that he was free to get the house from her as long as he filled out the forms in order to have the name changed. But so far, he's never gotten around to filling out any of the forms. What? All we needed him to do was fill out like 1 or 2 papers and sign them, but he always made it seem like it would be such a huge hassle for him. And after some time passed, I think he just totally forgot all about changing the name on the house to his, and that the house is still legally my mom's. You're lying! I had tried so many times myself to get him to fill out the paperwork, but it became such a pain in the butt for me to keep trying with him. And so far, I've just been paying my mom all the money she wants to keep the house in check and pay the bills. Hence why there hasn't been any issue with us still living in it. There's no way. So, are you trying to say that he and I can't live in that massive house? I've been looking forward to standing on those marble floors all week long. Well, if you want to be sure about it, go ahead and talk with Drake. I'm sure if you bring this to his attention, he might actually start trying to fill out those forms for once.
I totally forgot about having the name on the house changed, but all I have to do is hand in the forms now, right? I'm going to get this house back from your mum right now.
I don't think you'll be getting the house back from her, though, because it was never yours to begin with. Who was it that got the loan for us in the first place and paid it off?
Shut the hell up. I was the one that paid it all off, even if she was the one that got the loan for us. In other words, the house has always been for me. Mine. All mine. So stop acting all high and mighty just because your mum's name is on the place right now.
And the only reason you were ever able to have the house built and pay any loan off in the first place is because of my mom. Had she never gone to the bank and asked for the loan over and over again, you wouldn't have been able to live in that house. Stop acting all high and mighty. I believe I should be telling you that.
Excuse freaking me?
Of course, you did help pay off the loan on the house. My mom never put a penny into the place. But when you bring this up with the realty agency or with the court saying that the house was always meant for you, I don't think they'll consider that true. In the end, my mom's name is on the place, so it's legally hers.
Are you guys not going to work with me to change the name on the place to mine now?
Well, I'm your ex-wife now. And according to what my mom has said, since you're my ex-husband, to her you're nothing more than a stranger, so she has no reason to give you her house.
What?
So now that you've been briefed on all that, since you don't own the house and have nothing to do with the owner, it's best that you hurry up and leave the place. I'm the only one that's allowed to live there, according to the owner. So get your crap together and leave.
Screw you. This is the house I bought. I was the one that paid for it. I will not let you get away with thinking my house is yours. Give me my dang house right now.
If you really, really want the house that badly, then how about you call the realty agency and ask them the price on the place? I'm sure that if you offer a really good amount for both the house and land, my mom will be willing to sell it to you.
You're kidding me. I was the one that paid off the loan, and yet I'm being told to buy the place now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then the amount you pay to have the house might actually meet the amount I wanted to ask from you two in the settlements.
I can't believe that taking our money is all you care about.
Now, if you're able to get all that money ready to buy the place, give me a call. Otherwise, leave me alone. Oh, and by the way, I want all that money paid to my mom in one payment, please. Please, Aspen, please give that massive and beautiful house to Drake right now. If you don't, then he and I won't be able to stay married anymore. The only option we'll have is a divorce. Really? But I thought you both had a very serious relationship. How come not having one large house is going to cause you both to get a divorce? That's because you won't let my husband be the owner of the dang place. Right now, Drake is extremely pissed off, and recently he's been taking all his anger out on me. He's been saying it's all my fault for this because I started to make a scene with you spilling the beans about how I was taking him away from you. And And because of that, you've started to hate the both of us and will never let us have the house. Wow, I'm so glad to see he's found someone to take his anger out on. Right now, we're having to live in a small apartment for the time being while we wait to get that house. Compared to the house of my dreams, this place sucks and is way too small for me. And Drake is only getting more pissed while being in this apartment because it's not at all what a man with his salary should have to live in. Every second he goes on about how someone like him shouldn't be in a place like this, and it's scaring me. Well, just let him know that he'll probably never be getting back to the life he once had with me. That'll only make things worse for him. He's already getting much worse as it is. He's told me that if I can't get you to give him that house now, he's going to divorce me really soon. He's threatening me with that. How come Drake doesn't have the money to pay for that place in one payment? I thought he was supposed to be rich. If he can't afford that, then I don't think I want to be with him. But if you give up on one another now, that marriage you both dreamed about will be for nothing, right? Just try your best to love him for the man he is instead of for his money, all right? Huh? I am telling you already that I can't make this work with his moneyless butt. I don't have any money myself, and I already quit my job thinking I'd be a housewife. Well, then how about you ask the company to hire you back? Tell our boss that you left the company after stealing one of your coworkers' husbands, but now you need to get more money because he doesn't have the amount you want. I'm sure if you tell the boss about the whole truth and beg for your position back, they might let you have it. What? I'm totally fine with you telling everyone about how you stole my husband if you're able to come back and work here. I would hate to be all alone being felt sorry for by the company, but by having a disgrace like you come back, we can both share the eyes that will be on us. Also, I happen to be the victim in all of this, so they will be sorry for me. But who's to say what they will all feel about you? No way. I would never tell anyone at work about this. Especially after everyone celebrated me getting married and leaving my job. And especially after I bragged to everyone that I'd be married to a man that made $200,000 a year. There's no way I can ask for my job back with a reason like that. I can't believe that even now you still have such a large amount of pride in yourself. You really are just like Drake. And because of that, you've both lost the house you thought you'd get to live in and are living a really stressful life. Huh? Had Drake not had all that pride that he's tried to save, he might very well have had my mom's house. All he needed to do was be aware that he needed to change the name still, and I totally would have forgiven him for cheating on me by paying off a small settlement to me. Then you both could be living in that huge house, and I would be going back home to my mom. But because he's such a massive pride that he just can't seem to manage, he's now gone and put you both in a small little apartment and left you both fighting each other day after day. What is this? What is with you talking about us like that? All you had to do was just shut the hell up and let us have the dang house. You are supposed to be a miserable ex-wife that lost to me. You are supposed to be some low-life loser. You should by no means be allowed to keep that beautiful mansion of a house when Drake and I deserve it. Well, if I'm not meant to have it, then I'll sell it to the next person who asks for it. From what my realtor has said to me, once the house is listed, it'll be sold in a heartbeat. But then you'll have to see how much the next person is willing to sell the house for. I was just planning to sell the house to you both for the amount I asked for in settlements, but they might not do the same. They might even flip the place and sell it for triple the price they buy it from me for. Do not frickin' sell the house! No way you're selling that house! If the price on that house goes up any further, then there's really no way we'll be able to afford it. But you told me you hated the idea of a low-life loser like me having this massive and wonderful house, did you not? I hate the idea of it, but I'd rather you just live there instead of selling it to someone else. Just wait for Drake and I to have the money, please. Are you sure? Well, I'm going to take your word for it and move out to go live with my mom for a while. That way I won't be selling it, but I also won't be making you feel any worse about having me live there. Now, once you have the money for me, please let me know. I'm sure it's going to take you years to get the amount I want, so we'll have to see how the house holds together without anyone taking care of it for the next few years. After that, both Chloe and Drake started to work their butts off in order to save up enough money to get the house from my mom. But for some reason, those two just don't seem to manage their money well enough, and the two of them fight over how they haven't managed to save up enough money yet. And after a while of Drake always blaming her for never saving the amount he's able to, she blew up and started to blame him for ever asking her to go out with him in the first place if he was already married. They even started to take these fights to the lobby of the apartment building they've been in, and soon the rumors about those two spread around the whole town. And to make things worse for the two, some of Drake's coworkers were also living in that apartment building. And when they heard what was going on, they spread the word inside the office. Because of this, when the word reached his higher-ups, they became worried that having him in town while he was having all this drama would lower his work efficiency, so they had him moved to another office. He was relocated to a smaller office outside the state, where he's now making far less than he was at the main office and is having to work even harder to try and save money. Congratulations on getting married, Natalia! I hope that you and my little brother Ty have a wonderful life together.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being there for us, Violet.
I should be thanking you as well, though. I'm also very happy that I've now got myself a very cute little sister. So I hope that you two continue to be very close and happy with one another.
Oh, we will forever. So now that I'm family, do you mind if I ask you some things? I really want to know what university you ended up graduating from and what kind of work you do as your profession.
Huh? You want to know about my education and what I do for a living?
I think we should know more about each other in order to grow closer as sisters now. And I haven't heard anything about you in your life yet. And of course, you can ask more about me if you'd like. I'll tell you right now that I've graduated from Notre Dame.
Actually, I already knew about that from what my brothers told me. He told me that from a very young age, you've been very bright and you got a full-ride scholarship into Notre Dame.
Oh, come on. He shouldn't have to talk me up that much. But anyway, what university did you end up graduating from, Violet? I see that you're pretty good at speaking Chinese, so maybe you graduated from a university over there or something?
I'm sorry that you've gotten your hopes up. In reality, I never graduated from high school. I never even made it out of high school, so university never happened for me.
What? Like, high school dropout? Ty's older sister is a high school dropout? The girl that I'm calling my sister now is a high school dropout?
I'm sure that's a pretty big surprise for you, huh? Ever since I was little, I had always wanted to become a pro soccer player. And so after a year in high school here in the States, I left and went to a vocational school overseas to play soccer. But, of course, I never made it very far after a few years of playing soccer, and so now I'm just your average office worker.
Wait a minute, Violet. What are you talking about? I never heard about that story from anyone. You dropped out of high school and played soccer overseas? And you were trying to become a pro soccer player? Are you telling me you chose to leave school so that you could do something as meaningless as that?
Even if it did end up having little meaning, I was chasing after the dream I had back then. At the time, there weren't many schools or teams here in the US that I could go to play soccer on a high level. And so going overseas to an all-women's vocational school was my best bet.
But even then, dropping out of high school to go overseas is... I can't believe that you never graduated high school or college. And you didn't even get to make it to your dream and have to work as an office worker now? That's the perfect formula for you to be a complete loser in this society, right?
When you think of it like that, I can see why you'd think of me that way.
No, wait. I can't be with someone like that. I'm taking back what I said earlier about you. I don't want to become closer to you like a sister anymore, Violet.
Huh? Natalia?
I've always hated idiots and anything that has to do with them. Idiots have always been annoying in school and everything, so I can only be with people that are smart, and that's it. Yet, now you're telling me that you're an idiot as well? I cannot deal with this kind of crap anymore. It's like I've been stabbed in the back.
Stabbed in the back?
This is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Do you get it now? Don't you ever come close to me ever again, okay? I do not want my education at Notre Dame to be ruined by some high school dropout thinking that she can make conversation with me.
Huh?
Now I have to go. After this, never try talking to me again. I think you've already heard everything now, right? About how my daughter and your brother have gotten married, right? Now your family and mine are one happy family. But I never thought this would be how you and I came to meet again. This world is quite small if you ask me.
You have that right. I'm in the same boat as you, thinking that I never expected to meet you again in this way. I seriously couldn't believe that Natalia's mother would be the woman that cared for me long ago.
And even now, I'd like you to think of me as someone that's here for you to care whenever you need it. What's funny is that ever since Natalia was a little girl, she had always wanted a bigger sister to be around. I know that you're all older now, but please treat her as your little sister and be close to one another.
Well, if I can make that happen, I'd love to. But just a little bit ago, I think I made her hate me.
Huh? What do you mean you made her hate you? Did something happen between you two?
Well, nothing really happened between us besides her learning about my past. I happened to tell her that I was a high school dropout back in the day. And for some reason, she did not take hearing that very well. She told me that she hates idiots a lot.
What? I am so sorry for what my little girl said to you. I never thought she'd say something so rude to you.
No worries, I'm used to things like that, so it's no skin off my back. Every once in a while, I get told that I'm an idiot for never finishing high school and things like that. And I have to take responsibility for the life I chose since there's no one else I should be blaming.
I know this might sound like me defending what she did, but Natalia does have a pretty big status for getting a full ride to Notre Dame. But that's the only thing she can take pride in since growing up. She was never good at anything besides studying. She couldn't really play any sports, and when it came to arts, she was hopeless. She learned that books were the only thing she could manage and made studying her whole life.
Well, even if that's all she's been good at, it's amazing how well she's done. She was able to study really hard and land that scholarship for a really well-renowned school.
Yes, and we respect her for putting in all that effort to make it there. And we had hoped that by her going off to a really nice school, she'd be able to change a bit. We really just wanted her to see that there's more to life than just studying, but I think her going to a school like that only made her worse about hating anything that isn't studying or higher education.
Really?
And this time she's even hating on people for their educations. She really has turned into a pretty embarrassing young woman for doing something as petty as that. My husband and I have tried so hard to tell her that one's education isn't everything, but she turns around every time saying that it is, and anyone beneath her in education is an idiot.
That really is a change for the worst, huh? And when you talk about one's educational past, mine is pretty bad. Not only did I not graduate high school, but I also failed at attaining my dream. I think being hated by Natalia is just going to be something that I have to live with from now on.
What are you saying, Violet? That is not true at all. You are not just some loser for not being able to become a pro soccer player. I think it's amazing that you went overseas on your own to try and make it big in the soccer world. And so I'll never think of you as someone less than amazing.
Huh? You're talking about me?
I am. You really have been such an inspiration to me. So to me, it's a real shame that you and my daughter aren't getting along too well right now. You can leave Natalia to me, okay? I'll try my best to make sure that she knows just how awesome of a person you really are.
What were you thinking, Natalia? Let me back into your guys' wedding hall. You sent me that invitation and I already RSVP'd to your wedding as well as brought along a gift for you. Why did you think it was okay to kick me out of there like that?
I don't like you, so it's fair for me to kick you out, right? This is my wedding, and I don't need some high school dropout coming in here to mess it up. So, to keep my wedding from going under due to you, get lost and go back home or something.
What? You act like I could ruin your wedding, but I haven't even done anything. I just want to be here to celebrate my brother and you having your wedding today.
But just having someone with no education here is making the atmosphere unbearable. Just by sitting in this building, you'll cause my whole wedding to fall apart.
Excuse me?
Also, the only people allowed in my wedding are those that at least graduated from high school. Actually, everyone here has graduated from university. All my friends here came from Notre Dame like me, and all my coworkers and bosses are from other well-known universities. And, of course, both Thea and I and all of his friends and coworkers are from high-level universities as well. So, the only one that was being an embarrassment was you, the idiot dropout.
I don't think being a dropout is anything to be embarrassed about, though. And I feel that a lot of the other people there feel the same way.
Really? Everyone knows that those that couldn't graduate from high school are disgusting and stupid. You may think you are someone for having chased after those big dreams you had, but dropping out of school is still dropping out. You have less of an education than even some monkeys have, and that's just embarrassing. And having you around here would only cause trouble for the rest of my guests today.
Natalia...
I'm tired of talking to you, so hurry up and go away. Even my parents are asking that you leave this place and stay away. So get out of here, you uneducated idiot. This is not the place for someone with an IQ under 90 to be spending their time.
Well, then we'll have to leave this wedding as well.
Huh?
Once again, you are out here trying to judge people only by their education and nothing else. And as your mother, I cannot go another minute watching you act like a complete child. So if you want to say those things about Violet, then I have no choice but to go home with her.
Huh? Why are you talking to me now, Mom? This is just a conversation for me and Violet.
I was wondering why I hadn't seen Violet anywhere and thought that I needed to go looking for her. And so while making a lap around the outside of the hall, I found her all alone sitting on some steps. I asked her what was wrong and she told me everything as well as showed me you guys' conversation.
But why are you saying that the both of you are going to go home together? That girl is the only one at this whole wedding that's uneducated and stupid. So I'm telling her to go home before she becomes even more of an embarrassment and ruins my whole wedding. I'm not being a jerk or anything by kicking her out. I'm the bride, and it's totally fine of me to ask her to leave before she destroys my wedding.
I understand that Violet never graduated high school. When compared to someone who went to Notre Dame with a full-ride scholarship, her education is near nothing. But she is anything but an idiot, Natalia. If you think she is based off her education, then that makes two of us then. Actually, you'd be calling a lot of people that are here at your wedding idiots.
Huh?
If you really hate all of us idiots that much, then we'll all just go home. If you're going to kick Violet out for that reason, then I want you to kick everyone else that's an idiot to you out. Then you and your husband can have that wedding all by yourselves.
Stop talking about such nonsense, Mom. You think everyone else is an idiot like her? There's no way that could be possible. Why are you on her side right now anyway, Mom? I'm telling you right now, there's nothing to gain for being her friend right now, Mom.
Nothing to gain?
Mom, you are the number one person that I look up to, okay? You graduated from the same university as me, and when you were young, you had a wonderful career of going all over the world to work. So when you ask me who the woman is that I look up to, I say that's my mom. So don't tell me that you're an idiot like Violet is.
And the reason I've become such a huge inspiration to you is because of what Violet has done for me. It's because of her being around me all those years that I strive to do great work.
Huh?
When you say that I worked all over the world, that makes me feel good and sound cool. But when you ask me, I'd say all that work was tough and horrible for me. I didn't think that I'd have to do that much work all the time, and the stress kept me from eating a lot of the time. But because there was someone in the neighborhood that was just a little girl working so hard to achieve her dream, it made me try my best as well. It's because of what Violet had strived for that I've made it to where I am today.
Mom?
I'm telling you right now that Violet is not the type of woman I'll let you make fun of. She was the girl that helped keep me in line while working overseas and everything. So telling me that she has nothing to offer is the biggest joke that I've ever heard out of your mouth.
Now just wait, Mom. Settle down a little, please. Huh? Are you saying that you both knew each other while overseas?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Right after she had entered her first year of high school, she was accepted onto a youth team in China at one of the schools there. And during that time that she was over there, I moved into the house next door to her dorm and we both started to talk. I hadn't really studied a whole lot of Chinese, so it was hard for me to work. I was at the point of wanting to quit my job there and come back to the States. But while I was thinking that, I ran into her while she was covered in sweat after practice, and we talked about our lives there.
Huh? Is that so?
Oh, she was so amazing and cheerful. She told me that in her case, she had a hard time speaking to the other teammates as well, but still did her best to get the job done. And no matter how hard it was for her to feel at home, she kept looking towards her goal of one day moving on from that school and becoming pro. Seeing a girl like that, way younger than me at the time, that moment is something I'll never be able to forget.
And that's what all helped you get stronger.
Yes, because after our first time meeting, we'd slowly started to grow closer to one another. After I finished work, I'd go see her games and cheer for her, and we'd both go out for dinner a lot. She was the one thing that helped me feel stronger in a land where I could barely speak the language well enough. Really, she saved me from giving up.
You guys were that close over there? You never told me any stories about how you met a girl like that.
I didn't think I'd have to tell you. And at the time, you were back here with your dad in elementary school. I didn't want to start telling you about some 16-year-old girl I met while I was on the phone with you.
I get that, but...
Also, when she ended up coming back to the US, I didn't really want to talk about her dream never coming true. Really, I didn't want to think about how much that must have hurt for her. To me, I always loved thinking that she did achieve one dream, and that's being able to play for a soccer team overseas.
Wait, what?
I mean, how many people do you know that are 16 years old and break free from their normal life to go play for a team in a country that they can't speak the language in? And before she went back to the US, she became one of the best players on that team. To me, she did an amazing job going after the dreams she had. Really, had she not torn her ACL that final year, I'm sure she would have made it big. It was because of that injury that she had to go back to the US and be finished.
What?
I never thought once that Violet was ever any kind of idiot. I have to ask you this, Natalia. Is there anyone else at your wedding that could go out of their comfort zone and do what she'd done? She wasn't able to speak much Chinese then, and she was only in her teens and on her own. It's mind-boggling that she was able to do all of that at such a young age. And for a few years, she did an amazing job on that team and became a great player. So tell me right now, how many people at your wedding have done the same thing as her?
That's...
So if you're saying there's nobody else that's done the same as her, then they're all worse than her. Well, that must mean that we are all, you and I included, weak-willed compared to the strength she has. But if you still think you're somehow better than her in every way, you show me right now what you can do that makes you better. If you can't show me in 10 minutes, then you will never call Violet an idiot again.
Mom? I think that I may have been a little mistaken about a few things.
Mistaken, huh? All I've seen from you is you acting out like you 100% thought you were right. Actually, you've been doing it all this time, making fun of people for their educational backgrounds. I don't even want to think of you as my daughter. That's how far you've fallen from me. I can see there's no reason for me to be at this wedding today, so I'm going home right now.
You're lying, right? Mom? Do you not want to see your daughter in her fabulous wedding dress?
I'd rather see a pig wearing a wedding dress instead of you. Goodbye now. If you plan to be upset with me for this, then you can save it for when I'm done with you. I'm so sorry for what happened today. My daughter was so rude that it's made me sweat with rage.
No worries. Actually, I'm really glad that you stood there with me that upset at her. So please don't feel that you have to apologize to me.
I really am proud of what you accomplished when you were younger, and it made a huge difference in my life. So because of how you were treated today by her, I'll never forgive anything she's done. I'm still really worked up even now. I really want to go back to watching your games right about now.
Then next time, do you want to come see a game? To tell you the truth, I've become a coach for a kids team now and do it as a volunteer. And from time to time, I join them to play a little myself. I may be an adult now, but I've still got what it takes to play hard, so next time you should come and watch me.
What? That would be awesome! I'd love to spend an afternoon watching one of the practices or games.
And when you come, do the same as you've done in the past and cheer me and the team on. Actually, I really love hearing you on the sideline going nuts over me.
I'll do my best for you. Even though I may be a simple lady, I have a very large voice that can carry for miles. So I'll make sure to cheer you on again with that same voice.
This is the worst right now. Because of you, that whole wedding was ruined. Because of you taking my mom home with you, everything started to go downhill. Why would you do something like that to me?
I only went home because you had asked me to. It wasn't me that forced your mom to come with me. So I think you're mistaken yet again for trying to blame me here.
Shut up! If you had known my mom from before, you should have told me about that sooner! Why did you keep all that a secret from me?
I didn't know if it'd been okay to tell you about us. Her and I never talked to one another again after China, and so I never really thought about her again until we met just recently. All of that stuff happened like 15 years ago now. But I have to say that I'm really glad that she stood up for me.
Let me just tell you this, but don't think that you're any better now that my mom's on your side. You're still just a stupid high school dropout. Although somehow you got my mom to respect you. But to me, you're still just an uneducated buffoon.
Well, you can say what you want about me.
You don't even work in a high-level company like me, do you? You are literally a waste to this society.
Huh? So working for a high-level company makes you respectable then? Well then, that must mean I can be respected by you still.
Huh?
Actually, with all the experience I had with sports and sports management, I'm working for a popular company that excels in sports-related content. And on top of that, I'm a manager for the company. And due to that, I'm like how your mom was back in the day and am going from country to country getting my work done.
Yo, you're a manager there? You are? There's no way a dropout could become a manager. I graduated from an excellent school and I am still only a base level employee.
Oh, you're still only base level there? I understand that I am a bit older than you, but only by a little. I had assumed you'd at least be in some managerial position by now, but I guess I was wrong about that. I think you're moving up in that company slower than most people.
What? Just because you may have gotten promoted already doesn't mean you can talk to me like that. I still have my education that is far superior to yours, so you have nothing on me.
Oh, is that so? You're still better even though I got hired in as a manager without even graduating high school? How could that be?
You're asking me how? You already know why. Because I still have a better education and will soon be a manager here as well. But you also know that work is a different thing, right? You can only get so far with educational experience, but in the workforce, they also care about how well you can do your job.
Wow, so you actually do understand how the world works after all. Just as you've said, your education is nothing more than just an education. Even if you happen to have had good scores and all that, it doesn't really matter when it comes to moving up in the workplace. You really do get that.
Huh?
You just said it yourself, right? The workplace and education are two different things. Even if you try as hard as you can to make yourself seem important because of the education you have, work experience and your character are what get you places. You understand all that, right?
No, wait,
Well, if that's the case, then you can stop calling me an idiot for not graduating from high school when we're both employed now. I am in a better position than you are now, and at a very popular company, so you trying to ride the idea that you're still better than me due to your education is just pathetic. Now, I really do have to be going. I have a match that I have to coach today, so I'm pretty busy. After our discussion, Natalia and my brother had a talk, and he told her he really does love her, but her attitude of looking down on others due to their education was not going to fly. And that if she ever did it again, they'd be done. And when she went to her parents to ask for help about that, they both told her that they didn't want to see her face. And so Natalia was then kicked out of her parents' house. Because of that, Natalia began to go on a tirade about why everyone loved and supported me because of playing soccer and doing all of that. And because of that, she thought she could make herself better than me by joining her company's rec soccer team, but in her first match with her company, she fell down hard and broke her leg. And now that she has to stay home for 2 months to recover from her injury, her chances of moving up in the company only grow farther out of reach. As for Angelica and I, we've started going out together for coffee and food. And from time to time, she'll come out to some soccer games to cheer my kids on. Every time she comes, she just gets into a real fighting mood and will cheer non-stop for us, making all the kids really happy when they see her.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow.